Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about something different. So it continues our recently opened topic of Warhammer miniatures, and today we are going to take a look at their magazine, which is called as a White Dwarf. As you can see, it's issue 474, it's a new issue for the April, and we have the final shape of this release. Let's say it's what you will get on the shelf or from the shelf. And first of all, it is slightly more difficult to get in comparison with previous issues because we have a lot of free stuff here. As you can see, there are 26 cards for the table game. We also have 2 posters, and it comes in this special envelope, so it is, I would say, somewhat standard format for these magazines. And we have a tape seal here on the rear side, so I'm going to cut it right on the video so that you can see that it wasn't opened off the table. Just give me a second to cut through it. It's a bit tricky. Okay, so here it is open, and now let's take out all the stuff and see what is actually supplied here. So we have, I guess these are the posters, and yeah, an envelope is empty, so I will move it to the side. First of all, we have posters. So here is the first one. I mean, you saw it on the envelope, but it's better to show it in the, let's say, real size. And next we continue with various cards. So here you can see that we have Blades of Horn and Beasts of Chaos. So these are the cards which are supplied here. Obviously there are tiered up, and you have the perforations necessary. And then we have another poster here. I think it's double-sided, but maybe not. Let's check. Yeah, it's double-sided, even though it wasn't mentioned on the envelope. So here we have one poster, and here we have another one. So quite an interesting option. Maybe a good opportunity to frame it and put it on the wall. And now let me move my mic a bit further so that I can show you what is actually supplied in this magazine. So let's open it. It's quite thick, I would say, and note that it's written here that it's made in the UK, in case you wonder where it is printed. Now you know. And I just closed the lenses, so it shouldn't be that bright. So why this magazine is, I would say, valuable for all modders, or maybe for those wondering like me why they should get it. As you can see, there are a lot of pictures of painted models, so it should give you some idea on how to work with your miniatures. And it's quite a thick publication. I think there are more than 100 pages. And they are literally filled with various information. As you can see, we have here also the history line. I guess it gives some background for new chapters. Here we continue with recommended paint shades for various miniatures. Then we continue with, so what is it? It's Galactic War Hosts. And as you can see, we have various tanks included here, as well as the figurines. And these are quite unusual builds, I would say, so might be interesting for some of you. Here, by the way, we have this card insert, so in case you would like to build or use it in your game, then it should come handy. Next, we continue with Operation Briefing here. So we continue with the Q team for the Warhammer 40k. And as you can see, there are quite extensive chapters which should give you some background on this. And what next? Here we continue with various abilities described in a quite detailed way, so that you know what might be handy for your table game party. Next, we continue with more steps on the paint work. So this one might be handy because, as you can see, it gives you a step-by-step guide on how to work in order to achieve this or that finish. And in my opinion, this is a really handy material for beginners like me who are just going into this genre, so then they will be happy to find such guides. Next, we have another insert with cards. So let's flip it over. Here we have a small army of orcs. And again, we have here the palette of colors so that you know which shades were used in order to achieve such look. Next, we continue with the figure So paint, brushes, action, it's written here. So as you can see, all these figures obviously are painted with help of brushes. And they're quite impressive builds in my opinion, so might be a good thing to learn as well. And here we have another cards insert. Obviously, as you can see, it's pop out cards insert. It is pre-cut, so it should be easy to take out. Next, we continue with Warhammer, let's say the simple one, not the 40k. So it might be interested for those who are actually in this genre, not in the modern one, if we can say so. Again, the structure is pretty much the same, so we are given some background. We are also given various upgrades and abilities for the table game. As you can see, also we have campaign suggestions. Here we have the battle plan for various games. And next we continue with the, what is it? New rules for this game. Okay, so as far as you can see, we also have the maps layout, so it might be handy for some new ideas. Here we have, what is it? It's some configs for the game parties. And next we have Aeronautica Imperials. We have also Middle Earth here. So basically all the tabletop games which are produced by this brand. Here we have also Black Library, so this one will give you a bit of knowledge on, let's say, story of this universe. And as far as you can see, it is quite extensive. We are already on page 140 and it still goes on. So here we also have the, what is it? It's a hobby bingo. So I wonder how it is played. I will have to study it. I guess it's a small competition so that you can win something from it. And here we have another one with a spotlight. And of course we have a small announcement for the next issue. As you can see, there will be some update and it will be available on 15th of April. And here on the last page we have some other kits from the same series. As you can see, they're pre-painted, I mean assembled and painted, so it might be also a good thing to consider. But all in all, just to remind you, here is the thickness. So this magazine, all in all, in my opinion, it is a really useful thing for figure modelers, especially those ones who are building things, something like this one, for example. As you can see, it's really tiny and obviously it will be painted with brush, so that's why it would be a good idea to get some reference material to get some ideas from it. And it should be already available. Price will be set around $12 US, so it's quite reasonable. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about such release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.